What's up, everybody? 5 minutes late. Oh, man, that might as well be right on time. Easy, man. All right, let's get a tweet out. Let's get a tweet out nice and quick here. Let me do that. All right, good. Then let's do that. Oh, right in my face. Dearest at Marvel Champions. Joe Mama, first one here, followed by Ian Pinch, Damian C, Big Joe, Matt Murdock, Jason Wild Bunch. What's up, everybody? For tonight's tweet, what in the world do I say? Ian Pinch sent it over to saying, slap me. All right, give me 1 sec. The slap is coming. Just realized my game was muted. Change that. For the tweet first, though. All right, let me say this. I know he's not getting nerfed, but can I rank down my Groot anyway? Yes. No. Life. Oh God, my voice. My voice is a little bit shot. Tweet. Okay, good enough. Good enough. Dragon Center 05 as well. But because I was so late on the slap for Ian Pinch here, I must give the slaps to Mr. Pinch, which goes a little something like, hold on, first off, yeah, let's change that a little bit. Second, slap. Thank you very much. Yeah, my voice really is hurting. I'll explain that in a moment. First off, Ian, thank you very much. And Dragon Center over 5, saying pulled 5-star Mutant Awakening gem. My choice is Omega Red or... Nope, that's Omega Red. It's Omega Red, or Omega Red. I must read it as Omega Red or Omega Red. Because of the OR. But Dragon, congrats. Sick. Congrats on the, yeah, definitely Omega Red. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And thank you very much for the 5. Okay, yeah, my voice is a little bit shot at the moment. I don't know how it sounds to you guys, but I could hear it different in my head at least. I tried recording. I recorded like 3 or 4 times. This stupid balance update video. First time was like an hour. Second time was like 48 minutes or something like that. Third time 45 minutes. I keep thinking like, no, there has to be a way. This is stupid. I should be able to say what I need to say in 30 minutes or less, and that's it. And I mean, even 30 minutes is a long time, right? It's 6 changes. It's 6 changes. How? Why does it take me so long? And I just can't do it. And all that time spent trying to reform my thoughts, get them out faster, and there's still no video. And well, it's embarrassing. Can't make a damn video. But yeah. Hashtag Hobbit is back and raiding your butt. Hobbit. First off, we need to go big head mode. Thank you very much for the raid. I hope you enjoy... No, hold on. I was about to say I hope you enjoy my butt. I said it anyway, I guess, but it would just feel weird in big head mode. Thank you very much. Hobbit, man. I'm happy you're back, dude. I missed you, man. I loves me some Hobbit. Thanks, dude. Thanks for the raid. Yeah, Omega Red is a certainty. Just thought you'd have fun reading that particular super chat. Well, I did. I did. What's up, Pixie Bell? What's up, Miguel? On the forums, it said Groot is on the list to get a buff. That is true. That is true. You are correct. We don't know when, but yeah. All right. Anyway, let's dive into some stuff, man. Okay, about the balance changes. I might just render out the 45-minute video one and call it a day. I'm really tempted just to try one more time, go even faster than I was through some of the changes, and try my best to get it down to like a 20 or 30-minute video. It sounds ridiculous in my head, though, now that I'm thinking about it. I mean, it's taken 3 tries, and I couldn't get it below 45 minutes. But anyway, Apudas hitting that member button. Thank you very much, dude. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the continued support. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. You already know how to use all those sweet emojis and stuff. But thanks, man. Yeah, man, it feels good. Feels good to want to play the game again. Yeah, man. A break never hurts anybody, you know. Sometimes it's all you need, a little bit of a break. Ally imploded. Mass rage quitting and booting. Don't worry for me. Arrangements have been made. I don't like the way you capitalize arrangements, Dysentery Joe. What does that mean, dude? Arrangements can mean like where your affairs in order type of arrangements, you know. BG, just make each champ a separate video. I thought about it. It's got to be all in the same video, though. I'll have separate. I'll probably have separate videos when each character update actually goes live. But the way I'm talking about it, it makes sense to keep it together. So I don't know. Oh, there's a quest. It's a Lunar New Year quest. Red and gold. Okay. Was there a quest previously for this? I don't remember this in past years, but maybe there wasn't. I just forgot about it. I like the art, though. Look at these 3 champions. King Groot, Venom the Duck, Cole Obsidian. Some fine-looking gentlemen right there, you know. PG released the 45-minute video, then released the 1.5-hour director's cut. 45-minute video will seem like nothing after that. That's true. Yeah. I really don't pay attention to you, BG. Nah, I kind of just wing it, you know. Black Star from Set over 2 saying, BG, your banana peeled or unpeeled? Eggplant, banana, smirk, underage. Black Seraphim, thank you for the 2. That's all I can say. Oh, man. Do we do this quest? It's got to be pretty low difficulty, I'm assuming, right? Just a little for fun type thing. Well, okay, let's go through it. Let's change up this team a little bit. Let me see. Omega Red, yes. You, and last but not least, you. But yeah, Black Seraphim, thank you very much for the 2 inappropriate bucks. Say it? Say what? I already read the... Oh, wait, you said is your banana... Oh, geez, that's way worse. I thought you just said BG, your banana peeled or unpeeled, like you wouldn't mind either way. You're actually asking me? Let's get on with the quest, huh? I'm not gonna answer questions about my banana. My bananas, I have I think 8 of them sitting on the counter, and of course they're still peeled because they'd go bad if they were unpeeled. Okay, I guess we're just going to go grab that single health potion. Yeah, this is a doozy of a quest right here, man. A real doozy. Let's auto-fight it. BG, will you be doing a day stream tomorrow? What day is tomorrow? Tomorrow is... Well, for me, it's still Friday. So tomorrow's Saturday. I do the day streams on Sundays. Sunday is the itemless adventures. That artwork is out in the world, like cosmic even. Oh wow, or out of this world. Jeez, I'm having troubles reading now. This quest is straight up auto fighting. It's actually really nice. Just chilling, going through one energy questing. Okay, got it. Yeah, I'll probably back out of here after this and go hit up Uncollected in just a moment. Hey, bud, just checking in to say hey. Proud of you. Night, bud. VDs, thanks, man. Appreciate it. The team you just built for this, overkill? A little bit, maybe, yeah. Just a tad. I mean, you can never be too sure, you know? The Cold Boss in Chapter 3 is a rank 2 3-star. Dang. Getting tough. I mean, these events are great for new players. Just having another source of resources early on, pretty good for the amount of effort required, right? I mean, not just good for new players, but we get the envelopes out of there and stuff too, right? So, when's the Itemless Abyss coming? Like 2025 or so, give or take. So my first 6-star was Kingpin. Is there any redeeming quality to him, or is that a total miss? He's not a bad defender. Kingpin, he single-handedly killed my my deathless season. Fighting a freaking Kingpin. Back in, I think, like season 5 or something like that. So, yeah, he's not a bad defender. I don't know. He's not the worst champion ever, but he's not super useful elsewhere. In a pinch, you can get by using him if you need a champion that shrugs off a debuff or something like that. Mostly, I would say just like a defender or. I mean, he's a villain. He's a 6-star villain. If your alliance participates in the villain 3-day event, there's that. Wow, way to ruin my boo-worthy comment. I'm sorry, man. It was very boo-worthy. What it is, dude? Been a while since I watched your live streams. What's this quitting on 4 Loki business spill? I made a video about it. Basically, what it comes down to is I can no longer, for now at least, I don't know how long now is. I'm no longer a reliable member to complete my path in Alliance Quest and Alliance War. There's certain times throughout the day that I cannot log into the game. I cannot tell you why. It's a good reason. It's just given an opportunity that I could not pass up. And for some reason, people think that means I'm working for Kabam, which is absolutely not the truth. There's nothing to do with this game or Marvel or any of that other stuff. Yeah. Go to Shepard Santa over 512 saying, do you wear hoodies because you like it or because you save a little bit on heat? Well, a little both. I'm in a rainy part of the world, you know. And yeah, it's nice being able to throw a hood up to go outside. All throughout the summer, I was wearing t-shirts, which is different from me. Like, okay, so what I would do back in New Jersey, I would I would come home, take off my work clothes, and just throw a hoodie on just because it's comfortable. And yeah, it would save a little bit on heat, you know. It's just comfortable. But yeah, now that I'm in a rainier part of the world, I feel like a hoodie actually makes sense. But also saves a little bit on heat, yeah. But Dakota Shepherd, thank you very much for the 512. I'm putting it up there just as 5 just because I always round. But thank you, man. I appreciate it. Oh, hold on. Androzani? Am I saying that correctly? Androzani Major sent it over 2. Thanks, man. Saying She-Hulk, Darkhawk, Sparky as my first rank 4 5-star unduped. Not Darkhawk. Darkhawk, he's playable without his Awaken ability, but he, in a lot of ways, his Awaken ability helps. It helps him a lot. It helps, like Stark Spidey's Awaken ability helps Stark Spidey out a lot too, but Stark Spidey doesn't need it as much as Darkhawk does, you know. And She-Hulk really doesn't need her Awaken ability. So I would say your options are between She-Hulk and Stark Spidey. It's kind of personal preference, depending on the champion that you like to play. Your first rank 4 or 5-star, you're going to be playing that champion a bunch until you get other champions ranked up as well. So yeah, it's a lot of personal preference. She-Hulk has the poison immunity. They both deal great damage. She-Hulk has poison immunity, slow debuff to get around, unstoppable. Stark Spidey has a bit faster damage and the auto evade and stuff. Like, they're both good. Yeah, man, it really comes down to personal preference, I feel. Just don't go with Darkhawk, I would say. I don't even know who I would go with personally. I'm not a huge fan of Stark Spidey, and I do like She-Hulk. I'm trying to think about what everyone else likes. I feel like people generally prefer Stark Spidey over She-Hulk. They're both pretty useful and everything. So thanks for getting me hooked on arena grinding. Oh man, I'm so sorry. But yeah, arena grinding, the arena will give you it all, man. Yeah, man, it really comes down to personal preference between the two. I don't think you can go wrong between She-Hulk and Stark Spidey. I think if you're not uncollected yet, I would probably favor Stark Spidey a bit more just because of how good Stark Spidey is against the Collector. If you are already uncollected, pure personal preference. Like I can't think of a reason why one would be ranked up over another. It's just they're both great champions, you know. Unless you get so far into the game that you're at the variants, and if you're in the variants, then I would recommend Stark Spidey, so you could do variant 3 and potentially get rank up gems for, you know, for She-Hulk. But typically, their rank ups are more than that by that point. And hold on, hold that thought. Lola. Quick Lola sighting. I'm not uncollected. That's the next big thing I need to do. Okay, so yeah, I would recommend Stark Spidey then if you're not uncollected. That's the way to go. Thank you very much for the 2 once again. Dakota Shepherd sent it over another 5, saying, so, as your self-appointed counselor, it sounds like the hood gave you the hug you used to need, but now it's the one you want. Wow. It's true. I do want it, man. Yeah. Thank you, Dakota Shepherd. I appreciate the $10 from my self-appointed counselor. Thank you. Oh man. Esmir also sending over 5, saying, I just ate a slice of gluten-free pizza. Am I proud? No. But it was still pizza. Don't judge me. I don't know if I've ever had gluten-free pizza before, but I'm sure it ain't that bad. It's probably not as good as the gluten stuff, but hey, man. Still, still sauce and cheese on top of that. I could eat cardboard with oh god, what is this guy's abilities? Can I not do, is it the light attacks, I think, right? I could eat a piece of cardboard if you put sauce and cheese on it. So can't be that bad. Not that I would want to. I haven't done that either, but Esmir, thank you very much for the 5, man. Whatever you gotta do. I worked with someone who couldn't eat gluten. He was an older guy, and he actually didn't mind it so much. He said it took him like a little while to get used to it. But he liked like the gluten-free pretzels, and yeah, there was like a place that he would get gluten-free pizza from, I guess. So if that's the case for you, if the doctor said you can't have it anymore or something, well, hopefully get used to it. It's not too bad. Yeah, thanks, man. Hey, gotta work this weekend, so time to go lie in bed and swipe left on Tinder till I fall asleep. All right, Dysentery Joe. Sounds like a good night. I can eat gluten. I love gluten. This was what was available. Ah, okay. All right, got it. Desperate times calls for desperate measures type of eating. I understand. BG, I don't have Aegon or Doom. Can I do the Abyss? I really don't know much about the Abyss. I imagine those champions are not absolutely required. I don't know how much they make it easier, though. I've only watched Legacy do a few fights in there so far. Alright, let's go hit up this Versus. Man, I really messed up today, too. My arena grinding. Holy crap, I just remembered I didn't finish the Tier 4 Basic last night. I thought I finished it. Oh, God. Alright, I'm in bad shape. I'm going to have to actually put some real effort into this grind to get Nova and cross my fingers and hope he goes low. So I got to get these Tier 4 Basics, too. So, alright, let's take care of the Tier 4 Basics first. But Dakota Shepherd sent it over 5 saying, I invented an all-gluten pizza. I don't suggest it, but F those other guys, right? Wow. I'd eat it. Yeah, I mean, that's probably a good way to get me to eat healthy foods, is just to call something pizza. Even if it's not. And it's like, oh, pizza, good. So yeah, I'd eat it. Man. Dakota Shepherd, thank you for now 15, man. Appreciate it, dude. Dragon sent it over 5 as well, saying, speaking of Legacy, make sure to check out his stream again from today. He had someone from Kabam John, on with them hanging out. Yeah. I wish, oh man, I wish I could have been there for that. I was there for a little bit of it. But yeah, if you guys weren't there, if you guys want some more insight from Kabam, and hey, watch Legacy crush the Abyss too. He was there for Legacy stream today, so yeah. Dragon, thank you again for another 5. Appreciate it. Man, I was thinking like, damn, why wasn't like I was there for Legacy stream yesterday? Why wasn't John on yesterday? Could have chatted him up a little bit. But oh well. Pancho Sanchez, hi Brian, part-time loose bag of nuts in your gym teacher's fanny pack that you're entirely too aware of. Longtime child actor that still drinks Capri Suns in a way that worries their parents. Question, Nuts? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nuts. Cashew, honey roasted, peanuts, anything but circus. And I'm good. Yeah. There was one time, this is a true story. This is not it's not actually a true story. One time I was at the circus, and I never had a circus peanut before. And Gary Busey actually came up to me and handed me one. That was my first circus peanut. I hated it, but I loved him. Dakota Shepard sent it over another 5, saying, between you and me, I don't think Legacy is the real Ellen DeGeneres. No, me neither. It's just a hunch. But I think you're right. Do people say that to Lags? Is that are you just starting that now, Dakota Shepard, or is that something that people have said to him in the past? I don't know if I've ever heard anyone compare him to Eldon. Which you guys should not start doing, by the way. Lags is the man. How dare you compare him to Ellen? Never seen Legacy and Ellen in the same room? Oh, that is true. Is 5-star Bishop useful? I mean, he's not useful in a ton of situations, but in some situations he is, yes. But he's not that good. Scary story, BG. Spooky cloud picture. Yeah. BG, I have tier 5 class Catalyst Mystic from Abyss, and I have Morningstar Sig 60 and Sim Supreme unduped. Should I wait for a better Mystic or go for a rank 3 on one of them? Personally, I would wait. You know, whatever you want to do with the Catalyst, you earned it, man. You went through the Abyss and you got that thing. If you really like those champs, then go for it. But yeah, I would personally wait. Morningstar is a great champion, but I would just rather have other ones, I guess. And same thing with Sim Supreme. Sim Supreme's great, but in your case, he's not even awakened. And even if he was awakened, I feel like he's not the type of champion that I would be using all the time, and I would rather just leave him at rank 1 or rank 2 at most, you know? So yeah. But again, it's up to you. Oh, and you just sent over $2 saying read last if you can. Well, thanks, man. I was actually reading your comment before I saw that you sent that over. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Greg. Appreciate the support, man. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to the Mystics, I mean, 6-star, getting the right 6-star is really tough. Let me see. Hold on. Let me look at all the Mystics. Let's see. So, out of all the Mystics, man, there's not that many I would take to rank 3. Doom would be the most ideal. If I had to pick one champion out of all the Mystics to take to rank 3, it would be Doom. Easily. Second, probably Claire. I do love Man-Thing. I don't know if I could justify taking him to rank 3. Rank 2 for sure. Rank 3, I don't know. Maw is interesting too. His buff, he's going to be a real pain on defense and potentially useful offensively. But like those are probably the only champions I would actually take up. Personally. We know you love your Man-Thing. Yeah, I know, man. Who doesn't love a good Man-Thing? But yeah, thank you for the 2. And Dakota sent over 2 saying Ellen DeGeneres never said she isn't Legacy. make a good point. These are all great points. These are all fantastic points. Let me update. It's a big old D. Dude, thank you for the now 22. BG, I forgot to tell you I ranked 2'd my 6-star man thing. Esmir, nice, man. Good stuff. So BG, in your sagely wisdom, do you think Spider-Gwen is worth a science gem? I have her at 5-star rank 4, and she's so underrated. Let's see what her awaken ability is. Here's what I can tell you about Spider-Gwen. I have my Spider-Gwen at rank 4, and I never use her. I try to use her. When I took her up to rank 4, I really liked Spider-Gwen. I still kind of do like Spider-Gwen. But I never actually use her. I mean, I think you're... I don't know. Like, you say she's underrated, and... It's not that I'm saying that she's bad. Like, I agree that she's pretty good and stuff, but... realistically, I just never end up using her. I don't know how important her awaken ability is. Let's see. Slow debuff lasts a little bit longer. You get some crit damage rating for each spider sense charge. Which adds up because you get 5 or 6 of them, right? I think you get a 6th one with the synergy at least. Or is it 7? What does her synergy give? Okay, yeah, raised by 1. Okay, alright. And Paralyze reduces power and health gains by an extra percentage. I think I would just play her unawakened and save the gem for someone else personally. But it's up to you. If you really like Spider-Gwen, then, you know, it does make her a bit better, for sure. But I would personally, I'd save it. Personally, I'd save it. Alright. Let's go back. I need to pay attention to the arena today. I'm sure I'll get sidetracked again and again and again, and that's fine. But every time I need to just be slightly more on top of my game today than I was yesterday. Thoughts on Guillotine 99? Just pulled her as a 5-star. I think she's really cool. I don't know where her best use is in the game yet. Has anyone been making use of her in Labyrinth? It seems like it's pretty tough to use her in Labyrinth, but the devs, I remember the devs saying that she'd be pretty good for it. I don't know if anyone's been using her or not, though. And I mean, outside, or sorry, did I say Labyrinth? I meant Abyss. Even if, you know, I mean, Abyss isn't the only content. Of course, she's got the immunities. She can be a counter to Havoc and stuff like that. I don't think she's a bad champion at all. But I guess first thing that came to mind is the Abyss because of what they said about it. But yeah, I mean, I don't have a high-level Guillotine 2099, but I think she's a good champ. Hey, please play Abyss, man. Sorry, man. In a few years, come back and I'll play Abyss. That's fair that slow, paralyze, and innervate gives her a lot of use in my team. Yeah. The auto-evade for Spider-Gwen's great, too. Like, I think she's a lot more useful leading up to getting uncollected than after. Like, at one point in time, well, even then, maybe I would have just left her rank 4. I don't know. I wish she was better, actually. Or maybe not better, because she already is fine, Spider-Gwen, talking about. I just wish I had more of a use for her, I guess. But I just don't. Do you think 5-star Fan of the Duck or Doom are worth rank 4? Both are unawakened. Yes, both. Doom is realistically probably the better choice to go with. But they're both good. They're both worth ranking. Just depends on what you need. 5-star Omega Red, worth ranking up, if not Awakened. He pretty much needs the Awakened ability. If you're, I don't know if you're, I don't know where you're at in the game yet. An alliance mate of mine, old alliance mate of mine, used their unawakened Omega Red to help them become Cavalier. They used them to get past the crossbones in 6.1. And I have made use of my 6-star unawakened Omega Red on occasion. But it's kind of hard to justify the rank up resources without him being awakened. If you have some spare resources, not sure who to rank up, stuff starting to go on the overflow, you really can't go wrong with him. But he wouldn't be like my first choice, you know? I'm looking for next rank 5, next to Blade, Corvus, Sparky, Sentinel, Nick Fury, Human Torch, Colossus, and Hype. No suicides, and looking towards Cavalier and Variants. I think Sentinel's a great option. Can get you Cavalier, can do great in Variant 3, and does not require suicides. That's probably what I would do personally. We miss you. Should be doing Abyss streams. Miss me? I'm right here. Still right here. I'll do Abyss eventually at some point, but yeah, for now, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it. Eventually. BG, please take a moment, not now, to watch Legacy's last fight in tonight's Abyss stream. Okay. Try to remember to check that out. BG, you are lost in a forest with no food sources. You find the last unicorn slathered in pizza sauce and cheese. Do you eat it? No. A unicorn? No. Those things are super poisonous, man. Like, I get it. Like, you slather anything in pizza sauce and cheese, and it'll taste good. And that unicorn will taste good, but super poisonous. A lot of people don't know that about unicorns, but like even snakes that bite unicorns, the snake will die. Even they can't handle the poison. Just pick off the cheese and eat that. Can you imagine? I'm just there like licking a unicorn out in the forest. What a day that would be. Itemless Sunday? Yeah, itemless. 6.2 itemless. We're going to get all up in it. I don't know which quest or path I'm doing, but yeah. We're definitely gonna do it. So basically, unicorns are Chuck Norris. They're the Chuck Norris of the animal kingdom. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. It's either that or honey badgers, one or the other. You know, they're both pretty strong. Unicorn meat is filled with lethal toxins. Don't fall for it. It's true. Like they try to they try to entice you. They're like, oh, look at me, I'm all colorful. I got a waffle cone attached to my head. Eat me. Don't do it. Don't fall for it. Could you petition Shrukos to rename the easy path on the Abyss to the Seaton path? Yes, I'll get right on that. Top priority. One petition coming right up. BG, quick! Do you have any videos of you completing Act 5 at all? Older vids? I live streamed most of Act 5. I don't know if I... Well, actually, 5.4 I did a Legends run, so that's definitely there. Start to finish, it took me 6 hours and 24 minutes, I want to say. 6:24, 6:26, something like that. The 5.2, I'm pretty sure I streamed at least the initial completion going up to the collector. I don't know if I streamed the new content as much back then. 5.1, I think I also streamed an initial completion. I think that's all I did back then was stream initial completions. It's weird with Act 5. I remember I was actually kind of disappointed in 5.1. Until the final quest was pretty hard, but I remember going through some of the other quests thinking like, it's too easy type of thing. Which the only reason it was too easy was just because it was kind of a long time between Act 4 and Act 5, so it gave me a lot of time to be prepared for it. If I had just went straight from, oh, I just did Act 4, let's do Act 5, I would have got my ass kicked. And I still did get my ass kicked a bit. But, yeah, I remember when that quest first came out, I was like, really? It's been a long time since we got new content. This is feeling kind of easy. Like, the only content we would get back then, because there weren't as many side quests back then, actually. We didn't get a side quest every single month. And there were no, like, variant quests or any of that stuff. We would get the occasional celebrity challenge. And the celebrity challenges were, for the most part, pretty tough. But if I remember correctly, I might not have streamed all of 5.1 because of that. Or maybe I did. I don't know. It's there. If you just search, if you just go to my channel, hit the search button, and type in whatever part of Act 5 you're looking for, I'm sure there'll be something there. Okay, Cosmic Magic sending over $1 though. Thank you very much, Cosmic Magic. Saying, is Angela a good 5-star? She's okay. She's kind of just okay. If she's one of your first 5 stars, then she's actually pretty useful. Doesn't need to be awakened. If you just get her to like rank 2, I'm sure you'll find a use for her. If you already have a bunch of 5 stars though, and then you pull Angela, probably won't use you probably won't end up using her all that much. She is part of certain synergy teams. That's pretty cool though, so there is always that part of it too. I would say not a bad pull overall, but not like a super amazing pull, you know. But thank you very much for the $1, Cosmic Magic. How do you get points so quickly? Using 5-star champions give a lot more points than 4-star champions, which give a lot more points than 3-star champions, and so on. And then my 5-star champions are also ranked pretty high, and I'm running Suicide Masteries that inflate my PI, so all that combines to give me quite a few points per round. Angela is a solid 7 out of 10. Yeah, something like that. Wish Angela was poison immune, as well as Thor and Thor Jane Foster. They're all. How is Angela related? Again, is she part of the Asgard people? I think she is, right? You know, none of them are really poison immune. Think about the other Thors, Hela, Heimdall. Do they have like, is that how they are in like the comics where they would be able to survive poison type situation stuff? I made a free-to-play account. I played it for 4 months, I think. What are your suggestions to get a lot of battle chips and units? Well, battle chips you really only get from one area of the game, which is the arena. You get a tiny amount from some side stuff, but it's almost exclusively arena. And units is kind of similar to that. I've got some unit guides out there that show the other sources of units as well and kind of add things up and show how many you can get. But it's mostly arena. It's mostly arena. There are ways to optimize your arena grinding, running more offensive mastery setups like the Suicide Masteries, for example, helps out a lot. Or just increasing the size of your roster will also help a lot. So even champions that you may not think are that good, if you're able to pick them up from the arena, just to expand your roster, or pick up offers that will give you more catalysts just to rank up more champions, all those things really help to give you more points in the arena, which in turn gives you more units. Arena it's like something that kind of builds upon itself, you know? You play arena to get more characters, which getting more characters will get you more points. You also play to get the units, which then you can take those units to get the rank up offers, which again will give you more points. Like it just keeps building and building. Big snowball effect to the arena. You finally done with finals, and now I get to watch you thanks to my messed up sleep schedule. By the way, when will you attempt the Abyss? Not for a while. 2025, maybe a little bit earlier if I feel like I can do it itemless. Angela is one of the OG heavy champs. BG didn't know what a heavy was back then. Oh man, I still don't know what a heavy attack is. What do heavy? I still remember a long time ago, someone was in here and they asked if like one thing about like the fighting style of characters or something like that, what would I change? And I said heavy attacks feel like a missed opportunity, because back in the day, the older champions, they didn't have abilities on their heavy attacks. Heavy attack was there to like break the opponent's block. It just seemed, yeah, there wasn't a whole lot to it. And I remember like after that, I started seeing a lot more characters with abilities on their heavies, and I always wondered, like, was that somebody at Kabam asking me that? Did they pop in the live stream? Or is that just a coincidence? It's probably just a coincidence. It's probably a real strong coincidence. I mean, eventually they had to, they gotta turn somewhere to add new abilities, so of course. I'm sure they were thinking the same thing. Let's add more abilities to heavies. This is a long, long time ago. Why are Kree poison immune, but Asgardians aren't? See, that's the thing. I don't know anything about Marvel, so I don't even know who should and shouldn't be poison immune. I say they should all be poisonable, but high resistance to poison in some cases. IBG, just want to stop by and say hello. Jason, what's up, man? Hello. The Gus, hello. Hope all's well, dude. And Travis sending over a buck. Travis, thank you very much. Saying, I'm stuck on Ultron Boss in 5.4.6, and I just can't keep him below 40% health, and I'm just wasting units. Please help. Oof. Have you watched... Wait, Travis, did we talk... I can't remember if it was you that I was talking to about Ultron not too long ago. I really can't remember. It's a tough fight, man. It's a tough fight. Just really watch and don't trigger any debuffs. When Ultron has either the regen icon or the power gain icon, that's really all I can say to help, man. Wish there was more I could do, but it's your best bet. Don't trigger any debuffs. Don't land a parry. None of that stuff. Lock bait out heavies. Good luck, man. If you think there's some other way I could help, if there's some part of the fight that you're maybe not understanding or something like that, one of the mechanics, let me know. But I don't think there's much else I can say other than that. Good luck, man. I believe in you. You got this. My internet is caca. See you, BG. Ah, poos on poos. Alright, man. Bummer, dude. See you later. BG completed Abyss and pulled Mystic. Church Pastor Blaster. Congrats, man. Do you have any Mystics that you're going to be ranking up? A Doom, perhaps? Any time to tell me cut off a 4-star Nova Arena? I've got my prediction on screen. The new 4-star champions, they typically go for about 12-ish. It's just a guess. There is no way to know the cutoff before the arena happens. But based off of past history and stuff like that, should be approximately 12. Please go higher if you can. Is Archangel good for his 5-star? Yeah, absolutely. Archangel kind of relies on his Awaken ability to disable healing and disable abilities and stuff like that, but can still deal really good damage, even unawakened, and yeah, just parry heavy, basically. It's a slight more to that with sometimes you just want to take blocked hits to get poisons, but anyway, mostly just parry heavy. And Yeet sending over a buck saying, just got to the Venom quest in Act 4. Do you have any advice for me? Well, there's some ways to make that fight easier. I don't know if you have a Ronin in your roster, but that Venom, he gains lots of buffs. And if you have a Ronin, doesn't need to be a high-level Ronin. You don't need the 4-star from Realm of Legends. If you have a 3-star, which I just realized that because of how many new champions got added to the game, you might not have a Ronin. In the past, it was super common. But anyway, you can stun lock with Ronin if he's awakened. There's other characters that can take advantage of his abilities too, like a lot of Mystic champions can really take advantage of like turning his buffs into things. Like Voodoo, for example, can use his buffs against him, turn that into poison. Any character that can nullify the buffs or take advantage of them like that will work out pretty well. And you don't necessarily need a champion like that to beat that Venom. But yeah, that will help. Or if you're not asking for advice against that Venom, you're just asking for advice in general in the game. My advice is to see how far you can get when questing. See how far you can get, just like a single time clear through the quests. And once it gets too difficult, then kind of work backwards and 100% the easier quests. Use patience. Don't use too many items in a quest. If you find yourself feeling like you would need to use a lot of items, just back out and go do a different quest. There's no rush. That quest will be there. And I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to say for generalized advice, because if you're in Act 4, you probably have a good portion of the basics down. Definitely check out a budget mastery build video. I have one on my channel. I'm sure other people have similar type videos just to get your masteries in order. Make sure you're saving your units for that. The deeper you get into the game, the more important your masteries are. And yeah, good luck, man. If you have any other more specific advice, let me know. More specific questions where you need advice, I should say. Thank you for the buck, dude. Is dexterity and parry one of the most useful things to you? Yeah, absolutely. They're basically required to play the game. You could technically play the game without both, but technically and practically, yeah, like just get them. Yeah. Dingus. What's up, Star? Could I get the featured champion arena with only 34 stars? And how long will it take? Probably not, man. It'd be pretty rough. I'd recommend focusing on like basic champions and stuff like that. And even then, it's just a matter of running your champion, see how many points you get, and then you could figure out from there, like, oh, if you got 100,000 points and you need 1.5 million points, well, you'd have to do whatever you did to get the 100,000, 15 times. Or I don't know exactly how many points you'd get, Kevin Luong, sending over, or not sending over a banana, basically, or maybe I'm sending you a banana. That's a horrible way of saying it, man. But Kevin, thank you very much for your support. Welcome. Thank you for hitting that member button. That's what I was meaning to say. Oh man, words. Why are they so tough today? And every day. But Kevin, yeah, thank you, man. Welcome. Please enjoy all these sweet custom emojis that you now have access to. Thanks, man. Dex and parry is the cornerstones of this game. Yeah. Yep. Disappointed myself. I still can't 100% uncollected monthly event, 3rd chapter specifically. I haven't even got there yet myself. You still have some time. I don't have any tips that I could share with you myself. But if you haven't done it yet, there's a good chance that someone's made a video on those fights that can maybe help you get through the bosses, if that's what's giving you a hard time at least. BG, Asgardians are immune to poisons, resistant to extreme cold and heat such as Muspelheim? What? Fire Realm? Okay. And I'm just going to skip that one. Frost Giant World. Okay. They can survive in space without oxygen. Damn. I didn't know all those things. Okay. That's pretty cool. In a good few days, rank 5 Red Hulk got a 6-star Squirrel out of 10 featured Grandmaster Crystals and pop a new 5-star Nick Fury. Was hoping for a dupe to open 6-star, but I'll take it. Not Vask. Yeah, nice, dude. Congrats, man. Anytime you land a 6-star out of those, that is nice. Very nice. UG, why do you think Kabam doesn't really crack down on the data miners? Do you think they should do something? It's kind of like this for every game. There's not really much that you can do, the files are there, and yeah, people can access them, and yeah, that's just the way it is. Hey Brian, guess who finished their 3-day completion already? Pete! Wow, dude. I didn't even know completion was on. That's amazing, though. Holy crap, I almost got wrecked. Woo! Did Brutal DLX clear Realm of Legends before Masteries were a thing? I don't know. He cleared before I started playing the game. When I started playing the game, Masteries were always a thing. I don't know what the game was like before that. I mean, I know at some point they didn't exist, just like signature abilities didn't exist. But that's a world that I do not know myself. Alright, let's go, Black Panther. Slow me down. BG, step away from the banana. Slowly. Yeah. Cody, what's up, man? I got initial clear, but the nodes are a real pain in the ass. I haven't been able to since becoming uncollected, which is sad, because those rewards are damn good. They are good, man. Yeah, but don't stress it too much. As good as they are... Oh, you know what? I wasn't paying attention. I probably should have used different characters there. Probably did not need to use a set of 5 stars. Anyway. They're good, but they'll, you know... You'll get there eventually. You'll get to a point where you will be able to complete it, and it's not that big of a deal to, you know, to not get them this month, you know? But I understand. Like, I'd be thinking the same thing if I were you. Like, what do I need to do to get uncollected? It just so happened that, yeah, I was ready for it when it came out. Otherwise, I'd be in the same spot as you, trying to figure out whatever I could to get there. I wish I had more advice to share on it. Honestly, best tip is grind the arenas, get good practice, get to see animations of all the champs, get units to unlock suicides, and it's not that challenging. This game's pretty tough, but yeah, I agree. There's definitely the steps you could take, and I agree with all those steps. Hit that arena, son. The rewards are so good, and you learn a lot about this game. Brian, did you hear Pearl Jam's new song, Dance of the Clairvoyants? I have not. I've never really been a big Pearl Jam fan. Which, if my aunt can hear me say that, she was a big Pearl Jam fan. Probably still is. If you think about it, Kabam has been doing things against data mining. They've been releasing info earlier in the past through various social media. A bit, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I wonder what the talks are like between Kabam and Marvel, because they have to. From what I know, there's like a pretty strict approval process between Kabam and Marvel. Just because that's how Marvel is with everything. And I wonder if they since shortened that time so they can get info out a little faster, or what. I don't know. Something interesting to think about. Something I'll one day have to ask Kabam or something. If you quaked the right way, maybe you wouldn't get Hulk slapped. That's true. I was playing Quake, right? Yeah, I never pay attention. Why isn't your Quake properly ranked? She is properly ranked. I don't like Quake. She's super strong. I will never ever deny her strength. But I don't enjoy playing the character. Yeah, it's just the way it is. So DDD posted Feb's champs in tweets way long before the minors. Did he? Yeah, I must have missed those. Pete with suicides. Oh yeah, that's a question for Pete. I'll read it anyway. If Ghost phases and shrugs off the debuffs, do you still get the damage boost? Oh, yeah. You definitely do. What's up, last Aryan? Hey, BG. Here's the girlfriend's review of your face. Good. Quality face would look again. Wow. Well, thank you. Tell her thank you for me. Would look again. I'm touched. It's the nicest thing anyone's ever said. BG, are you gonna test Namor after bounces and maybe sell him if he's not up to your standards anymore? He's gonna be up to my standards. I don't even need to test Namor. I can tell you, he's still good, and I will not be selling him. Doesn't mean I agree with the changes, but yeah. How did Daniel Miners actually test the champs? Do they hack the beta server? I don't know all the info on that. I see you weren't even asking me, but since I read it, I'll answer anyway. I don't know all the info, but I'm pretty sure there's at least a few people that have private servers, essentially. If you use suicides with Ghost, she shrugs off the debuff. Does she still get the damage? Yeah. Wait. Yeah, I just... Symbiote Toast. I just answered that. Or maybe... Okay, I'm kind of scrolled all up and down. Maybe you asked that again before I answered, so... Brian, what do you think? Is Void more useful than Namor? They're both very useful champions. Just depends on the situation that you're in. If I could only have one of those two champions, hard to say because Namor's Sig ability is so unique. Some of the debuffs that Void applies can be obtained through other characters, and some of his other utility, like Torch, can reverse healing. Cap Infinity can reverse healing and power gain and stuff. Yet, I think I think if I could only have one, I would still want Void over Namor. Yeah. Yeah, I think I would take Void over Namor. But like I said, they're both it's not really something that you can compare like that. They're both great champions. They're champions that really everybody should want both of those champions in their roster. Unless they just don't like one of them, which I understand. Not everybody likes Void and stuff, but they're both very strong. Debating taking Void over Namor. Need some advice on that. Yeah, it's just it's all situational, like I said. Totally situational. Depends on what situation you are ranking your champions for. Legacy made Void look very useful in Abyss today. Interesting. Didn't get a chance to check that out much. What champion was he using when I was there? Maybe it was Void, actually. I was only able to pop in for a minute. That's interesting. I was curious if Void would be good in the Abyss or not. I wasn't sure if he would. Like there's ways to slow down his, you know, a lot of his damage comes from debuffs. So like I remember doing a no-hit fight against, I think it was Juggernaut in Realm of Legends. And it didn't take that long. So like a lot of his damage comes from just his debuffs. And if you're able to slow down your combos and stuff like that, you could really stretch the 240 hit thing. But in longer fights like that, you do want to be building up your power and spamming Special 1 to get more Fear of the Voids and stuff, so I was kind of curious about that. Bry Guy, J Divine, what up, dude? What the fudge is up? I met a girl that's into Mighty Ducks. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. I told her that my stick would complement her puck. Wow. It's a kid's movie, man. Actually, it's not true. Mighty Ducks is a movie for all ages. So, there's nothing wrong with what you said. That's awesome, Jay. Void has the #1 dashback animation. He's basically a human Slinky. He's pretty good. I like his dashback. I don't know if I would say #1. I like it though. I definitely like it. What are your thoughts on Namor and Cole nerf? I'm gonna post a video. It should have been posted today. It's a long story. I'm not really a fan of the changes. Is the short version. I don't think it makes a huge deal, but yeah, there were certain things that I disagreed with about what they said in their posts, and in one case how they interpreted the healing with Namor, and yeah, But yeah, so alright, I tried making a video about it today. I tried 3 times. Oh, you could tell my voice is still a little bit messed up from it. Wasted so much time. Wasted a stupid amount of time talking about this stuff. I made a video. It ended up being an hour long talking about all the changes. And then I was like, okay, this is dumb. Who's going to want to watch this video? Let me record this. I'll go faster this time. And I did go faster, but it was still 48 minutes long. And I was like, no, I can't upload this either. I have to do it faster. This sucks. This is stupid. I tried one more time and it still took 45 minutes. I can't upload that. I just can't do it, man. So I'm going to try again. I'm going to really try to cut absolutely everything I can and hope that I can get it down to like 30 minutes. Ideally, I would love to get it under 20 minutes, but it's so unrealistic. For some reason, they're very small changes. They're very small changes. It's not even like a rant style video. I'm not like mad about the changes or anything. It's nothing like that. It's just there's some nuance to the changes that I'm trying to get across as to why I, in some cases, really like the changes, and in other cases, feel like not good, I guess. We will watch an hour easily. Some people will. Some people don't mind watching long videos. But like, number one, not everybody wants to watch that long of a video, which I totally understand. And number two, if I'm making a video that I want the developers to also watch, how can I realistically ask them to watch this? Like, hey, can you just take this massive amount of time out of your day to check out my thoughts? Like I'm that important? Please, just take your whole day. I'm sure you're not busy on anything else. You know, like, I was embarrassed to upload an hour-long video talking about Alliance War. You know, like, I really feel like Alliance War could use the help. And even, you know, I'm not even saying my idea was the absolute best idea. I'm sure that Kabam could come up with something else and stuff, but I mean, there's people that don't like Alliance War for a reason, right? So I'm thinking, okay, something's wrong here. Let's try to figure it out and talk about it. And yeah, making an hour-long video is like embarrassing. Hey, I wanted to upload a video and then send them a message and be like, hey, can you check out the video? And maybe they would, you know. But I never sent them that message. I'm not gonna ask somebody to, like, if they watched it, cool. I hope they did. But there's no way I could reach out and be like, hey, this is over an hour. Can you watch this, please? I feel the same way with the balance updates. So, yeah. Deep dive vids are the best IMO. Sometimes they're really good. And I do watch some longer videos myself. Sometimes. But yeah. The longer the vid, the more mid-roll ads. Mwahaha. Yeah, if I added them. I wouldn't. I don't really add mid-roll ads, though, is the thing, you know? Occasionally. Not going to say I've never done it, but for this video I wouldn't. It would just be the one pre-roll ad, and that's it. Needed 3 parts, BG, 15 minutes a pop. Yeah, I thought about breaking it down, talking about each champion individually and stuff, but no, maybe I will do that in the future if they do something like this again, but no, I want to keep it all together. Like after the update's gone live, and I could test out the characters and have something to show, or you know, give more than just like an early impression of the changes. I feel like that makes more sense to break it down. I don't know. I mean, Kama has sent 7 pages full of things to them. I'm sure they prefer the long vids, or people can just turn the speed to 1.5x or 2x. That's true. I do think about that too. Like, hey, it's not so bad if people just 1.5x it. 2 is sometimes, I don't know. Unless the person's talking really slow, 2 is tough to hear what people are saying sometimes. Which sometimes I do talk really slow, but yeah. It's just annoying, man. I just want to be able to get my thoughts out faster. Like, is it really important, all the stuff I'm saying? It can't be. There's no way. I gotta learn to cut this stuff. Should have tuned in when Lags had Kabam employee on stream to give thoughts. Yeah, I wish. I wish I just made the video yesterday and then I was able to hang out today on the stream and talk to Kabam John about some stuff. It would have been much better. But yeah. That's what I get for not uploading, not going through it yesterday and uploading a video yesterday. Travis sent over another buck. Travis, thank you very much. I hope this is good news that you did it. ABG, I beat 5.4.6, 2 attempts. After talking to you, I set my phone down, took a break, went back to it, and slayed it. Yes, dude, nice. I was hoping when I saw your name pop up that it was some good news. That's awesome, man. That's actually a good strategy too, man. I sometimes I actually forget about that all the time. That's good advice to pass along to someone else. Is sometimes just to take a break for a minute, you know, clear your head, kind of shake things off a bit, go back to it. I'll have to remember that as some good advice to share in the future. Travis, thank you very much for the buck and congrats, man. Brian, just make the vid and make it the length that feels best. 1 minute. That's the length that feels best. Hey, things are getting updated. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. We do watch your streams. Get an hour-long video would be a treat. Like I said, for some people, I get that. You know, I'm trying to please everybody. You know, don't feel sad, VG. No, it's all good, man. It's just part of the challenges of making videos. Sometimes it's just part of it, you know. Watched a 1-hour balance update vid from Jay Silver. He posted a 4-minute version afterwards. Can you do the Cliff Notes version as well? I mean, the Cliff Note version would be me just reading the updates and then being like, good, bad. But it's like it's not enough, you know? Like, okay, here, so I feel like if I'm gonna be saying, talking about things that I don't like, I also have to give Kabam credit for the things that they did well, because I want them to keep doing balance updates. I've been talking about wanting balance updates in this game forever. More so than what people would probably like to hear. The less conversations about nerfing champions, the better, I'm sure, for most people. But, yeah, the truth is, man, balance updates, they make games better for me in a lot of ways. And the way in particular that Kabam is going about some of these balance updates, I feel like it's important to say, like, why it's so good. Like, the Annihilus change, for example, they're making two really good changes that I want to see them do for other characters as well. They're adjusting a timer that felt too short, which there's a lot of those in this game, I feel. And then they're also, well, not, kind of said that wrong. They're increasing the length, I should say that. And then they're also adding a timer to show the cooldown of something, which that's something players have been asking for other characters too. So, like, I'm happy to see them do those types of changes. So, I don't want to just say, okay, and here's the Annihilus buff. And, like, believe me, I go through the Annihilus buff part of it very quickly. It still only takes me, you know, 3 or 5 minutes compared to the rest of them. But then it gets more complicated when it comes to Coal Obsidian and Namor and Ebony Maw. And I don't want to just say something's bad because it's getting nerfed, because that's not how I feel. There's plenty of things in this game that I would want nerfed. There's plenty of things in this game that I would want buffed. There's plenty of just changes in general that I like to see. So I don't want to just be like, ah, they're lowering Namor's healing. This is bad. But there's a chart that's talking about Namor's healing in there that I feel like doesn't show the whole picture, you know? Like the way that's interpreted versus the way it feels in-game. I'm trying to explain that, and the same thing for a bunch of other things in the posts. Anyway, I think I'm going to try one more time to make it short. I'm going to aim for like 30 minutes. And if I can't hit 30 minutes, I'll probably just end up uploading something, because I have to. And yeah, I'll just leave it at that. It's one of the reasons why I stopped making videos about this stuff, though. I realized, like, dude, at the end of the day, how much does it really matter? You know, like, I'm not talking about all videos in general. There's other reasons why I haven't been uploading other videos. But, like, I'd rather just put that time into making, like, a really sweet champion guide or something, you know? That would be way cooler. I'd feel more satisfied afterwards uploading something like that. Proud of something instead of just like, meh, let me ramble about this stuff for a while. Or that's when you get Cam to record a pod episode conversing with you. Have that, it could be as long as needed. Kind of, yeah. It would be good to talk about this stuff in a podcast format. Alright, BG, about to board my flight. Also, FYI, this plane has an entire high school wrestling team on it, so I imagine we'll crash in a forest and I'll become their king. Later, man. Alright, Last Sarnian. Congrats, dude, on your new kinghood. What the hell, dude? The comments are getting crazier and crazier from Last Sarnian. If you play an online game, expect change. We know this since online gaming started. Pretty much. I love it, man. That's the best reason for me to it's like one of the biggest reasons why I play these games is because change happens. I don't want to play a game that just nothing ever changes, you know? I mentioned that in the video too. Like, it's one of the things I start out saying is, hey, overall, even if I'm not going to agree with everything today, I love this. They were on the right track with 12.0, but got greedy later. Current OP champs, who shall go nameless, are the ones preventing balance. Small changes they're doing now is kind of meaningless. Yeah, I agree with some of that, for sure. It's... what was I gonna say? I mean, so these changes, I think it's kind of important to keep in mind that they had a goal with these changes. You know what I really want to do? I want to have a podcast with Kabam John or somebody. You know, that's what I really need. But anyway, these changes, they didn't take the strongest and weakest champions. They took a set of champions from like a set period of time, and their intention was to revisit these champions and then do the same going forward and stuff. But it is kind of hard to think about when, you know, I think about these characters and they're getting changed, and you know, out of the corner of my eye, I can't help but look at the champions that are even stronger, just thinking like, why these guys? You know, like, it's just kind of weird to wrap my head around in some ways. So yeah, it is strange. It does feel like these aren't necessarily the champions that should have been adjusted. But then again, I really do like some of the changes. I'm looking forward to some of the changes. So I don't know. Eddie Gonzalez hitting that member button. Eddie, what's up, man? Shout out to Eddie Gonzalez. Thank you, dude. Welcome. Please enjoy your banana along with all of these sweet custom emojis. Dude, I can't remember if you were a member before. I mean, you've done a lot to support me and the channel and all that stuff. I just can't remember if you were a member in the past or not. But dude, thank you so much for the continued support one way or another. Thank you, man. Did you have a... I know sometimes you come in here with a nice message. I don't see one yet, but I'll be on the lookout. But thank you, dude. I appreciate it, man. Oh, hold that thought. There we go. And okay, yeah, you were a member because it says 2 months now. All right, so pulled a 5-star Aegon from a GMC. Yep, that's right, and is already at rank 4. Nice, and will soon be rank 5. I'll have a few questions coming up if that's okay. Also, positive vibes. Dude, positive. First off, positive vibes. Right back at you, man. Second, you can always ask away. I'll try my best to answer. I may need some help. I may need to phone a friend. Ask the audience type of thing here, because Aegon, I know how he works, but I don't have an Aegon myself to tell you all the juicy details and stuff, but I'll do my best, man. But congrats. Aegon just seems to be becoming more and more useful as time goes on. He was once a champion that seemed like it was mostly just good for Labyrinth, and now champions are getting more health in the Act content, variants, and of course the Abyss and all that. Hey BG, just woke up and here you are. It's morning here. Well, welcome. Good morning to you. Groot is OP. That regen he gets from his L2 is just beyond insane. He's so good, yeah. Did you catch this line in the Mother Post? The Mother Post. Is that the other post? Based upon... Oh, wait, no. Okay, I see what you're saying by Mother Post now. Yeah, because there was the The original post and then the 6th champion post. Based upon our early looks at our data, we are working towards identifying additional champions in needs of balance changes. Yeah, I actually read through the posts twice. I think I got everything. So yeah, I know for a fact this is not the end of their balance updates, and let's see. They say something like, let me see here. They say something like this too. Our goal with our original cadence was to create a process with the least impact on our players, but that did not work. We're going back to the drawing board and want to be more inclusive and gradual. We'll let you know more information about balance changes going forward and stuff like that. So they're definitely not done with the balance updates. Like they're going to take a different approach, and I don't know what that approach is yet. They might try out a few different things before they figure out like the right way to keep doing updates going forward. But yeah, like I said, I'm happy for it, man. I think balance changes are practically essential. Practically essential. This game made me question it, believe it or not. Like MCOC, I think balance changes would be good for this game, but I'm only one person, you know? There's a lot of people that play this game. There's a lot of people that would probably be happier without balance changes. Unless it was like an extreme necessity or something. I mean, hell, there were people that really didn't like the perfect block thing, which I thought was ridiculous. Hold the left side of your screen. You take 0 damage from all attacks just because you're holding the left side of your screen. Fun game. But people really didn't want to see that nerfed or changed or whatever. But anyway, I started questioning it for this game because it seemed like Kabam was pulling every trick out of the hat they could to go without doing balance updates. Like with Blade, instead of, if they felt Blade was too dominant for his own good, for the game's own good, instead of having some type of update, they rolled out all the bleed immune characters as a different way to reduce the character's effectiveness. Or like what they started to do with Corvus and Ghost to have like the crit immune characters, or the ones that heal from crits and stuff. I thought they were just going to try to keep doing that. But that gets messy, man. I don't know if that's good for the game, really. But yeah. Okay, Eddie, sorry. I saw you posted some more. Hold on. I said I would read these. Let me read these. Oh, wait, no, I already read that one. Okay. Gonna 100% Labyrinth with Aegon. Nice. Is he better with Suicides? I actually don't know. I tried the Healing Synergy team. Basically, any helpful info you can give me on him specifically for Labyrinth would be great. I think he is, but someone else will have to comment on that. If you have a Nick Fury, you can heal at the start of the fight with the Suicides, and then just never really use your special. And then just your overall damage output is that much higher. Of course, you could play him without Suicides too, and then you'd be able to use your special twos. And depending on if you're willing to sacrifice a bit of health, you can do like the heavy attack combo thing and get the Furies going and stuff. So I don't know the best way to go when it comes to Labyrinth. I would probably run Suicides myself. If I just, without testing, I'd probably run Suicides myself, bring the Nick Fury Synergy team, get that healing at the start of the fight, and just not worry about using specials because it increases his damage by quite a bit too. But yeah, if someone else can help out, share their experiences maybe, or if they've seen if they've seen other people what other people are doing in Labyrinth with Aegon. In the Abyss, it's a bit different. I saw Legacy using Aegon, and Yeah, because he wasn't using exclusively Aegon, and even if he was, the match kind of worked without having suicides, but yeah, Labyrinth's different. If champ acquisition was different, then feel like it would be a different mindset somewhat. For balance updates, yeah, absolutely. Even in games where you get all the characters, though, people still generally don't like balance updates. I mean, unless it favors them in some way. You know, most people like buffs. Most people don't like nerfs. It's just kind of the way it is. Especially, you know, you take a lot of time. Like even if character acquisition is simple, even if you start out with every single character, you still spend time learning characters, and you get a feel for them, and you know how strong they are, the situations that they work, don't work, and you kind of have to relearn the characters sometimes, depending on how big the change is. It can feel frustrating. But certainly the expensive nature of character acquisition, whether it be time or money, yeah, it adds to it. So something that I tried to, again, I tried to say it fast in the video, but may have to end up cutting it somewhat. I think balance updates, or like if you release a character and then have to buff them later, it has a different side effect to the game too. I don't remember if I talked about this last night during last night's stream or not. But let's take Maw for example. Maw's getting buffed quite a bit. And I think he's still mostly going to be seen on defense, but if they released him, if he was originally released with all of the changes that he has coming in the next update, I feel like we would have seen a lot more people rank up their Maw. So essentially, Maw could have had a higher impact in the game. People would have been using him for quests and stuff like that, right? He could have more impact on players' rank up decisions, everything. Whereas today, they're making that buff after Doom has been released, after Claire has been released. Players might not be looking for a Mystic champion right now. Not everybody has those champions. I don't have Doom, I don't have Claire, and I do have an Unawakened Maw. And of course, this will give another option, so, you know, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just something interesting to think about. Like, what sort of impact would Maw have had if they got it right in the first try? Which I'm not even blaming them for getting it wrong on the first try, man. It's so hard to. I feel like it's probably very difficult to get something right on the first try consistently in a tight window of time. You know, like, you don't know how players are going to react to things. But I think about the same thing with Iron Man Infinity War too. Like, Iron Man Infinity War, he's a good champion. He's still a good champion to this day. I have no regrets about ranking mine up. I'm sure I'm going to find use for him not only in the item lists that I have left for 6.2.5, but elsewhere going forward too. But if he just... If the stealth Spidey synergy, even if it, you know, if that was either just like if he got to keep the duration, the stealth Spidey synergy is a 50% increased duration on plasma incinerates, and if he got that just as part of his regular abilities, if that's just the numbers that were at launch, or if it was a synergy with a champion that was released at the time, like the other Infinity dude, Captain Beardo, something like that, I wonder what his impact in the game would be. Like, people ranked him up a bunch for defense anyway. But I'm sure more people would have used him offensively. He was never bad. It's just a slight change to the character that clearly made him better with that synergy, you know? It's like to me, it makes the character. I played him a little bit before Stealth Spidey came out. He helped me get through some quests, actually, but this synergy really makes the character for me. It's like when Infinity Man came out, I remember testing him and just thinking, why does he have the ability to stack plasmas anyway? I can hardly keep one up. Like, most of the time I can't keep one up. So yeah, just something interesting to think about is, like, how many other champions have been released where maybe they were just a little too weak, or because other champions exist that are too strong. How many champions have been released that just didn't have the impact that they could have, and it could have shaped the game in a different way? There's probably a lot. It'd be too hard to go through them all right now, but yeah. It's one of those shower thought type things, I guess. There's no real answer, but something interesting to me, at least. Okay, hold on. There was some answers about Aegon, I think. Okay, so he has tenacity, so he shakes the suicides off at the beginning once you build him past 50 hits. Aegon this. No, I know Aegon shakes the suicides, but with the Nick Fury synergy, you get to heal a bit. You convert one of them to a heal, and then the other one you shake off. For that reason, I think suicide's better. Some saying suicide slightly edges out non-suicides. Yeah, I think suicides would be the way to go, but wait, the most important reason you want suicides in Labyrinth is because of the Fury regen. Damage-wise, it hardly matters because the Special 2 Bleed also deals a lot of damage without suicides. Yeah, I that's probably right. Yeah, I think I would go suicides. But yeah, Eddie, if that didn't help enough, then yeah, there's other people that have streamed Labyrinth with Aegon, and maybe just check in on you know, just do a quick YouTube search, see what they did. But I think I'd run suicides. I gotta say, they were very transparent this time. Oh yeah, super transparent. I loved all the info they gave. I was trying to think back to all the other games I played. I don't know if I've ever gotten this much information about a balance update in the past. There's a lot of it here, man. Some of it I wish was different, but I mean, that's getting pretty picky. I gotta be happy with what they gave. Like, it's more. They're never gonna be able to say absolutely everything. It'd be a 10-page forum post per character. They gave a lot. It's okay, BG. As you get older, it's harder to keep one up. Nothing to be ashamed of. Thanks, man. Hey, BG. Haven't checked in for the streams in a while. Glad to be back. DJ Lazar, what's up, man? Welcome back. BG, how do you slowly but surely stop playing MCOC and overcoming the addiction? Just Ben, you might want to ask somebody that's no longer playing. Now, I don't know, man. If you feel like you have a gaming addiction with MCOC, I mean, I don't know the best way to go about that. I've only been addicted to one game in my entire life. As much as I play MCOC, and as much as I love a lot of games that I've played, I'm definitely not addicted to it. The only game that I was ever addicted to was Diablo 2, where I couldn't do anything else, man. I needed to keep farming items in that game. Just a few more Mephisto runs, please. just thinking about it all day in class, not paying attention whatsoever, going home, not hanging out with my friends. It was bad. Helps a lot, BG, and always thanks for the help. Alright, man. No problem. With its synergy, Infinity Man, and Stealth, Stealth could probably take on Mephisto and Abyss. I don't know. I haven't seen that fight. Overwatch, I feel, does a good job when discussing rebounds. They probably do. I'm a big fan of the Jeff Kaplan is his name. He's like the head dude for Overwatch. I never played Overwatch at all. I've never looked at any of the updates or anything like that they do for the game, other than I have looked at I watch BlizzCon every year, and I haven't seen any of the recent animated shorts that they do, but for a while I watched like every single one that came out. They do such a good job. It's crazy. The trailer for that for Overwatch it's probably my favorite trailer of all time. It's pretty sick. Guess what I just got from a featured crystal? Pete. Is it perhaps Ant-Man again? I don't know, dude. What'd you get? Now, last question of the night, BG. I use the Trinity and AQ and can't use them with suicides. So, who would you say are Bleed Immune champs? Like the best Bleed Immune champs to... Ooh, Miles Morales? Rip, Pete. Hold on. Any Bleed Immune champs? Well, hold on, last question. I use the Trinity and AQ and can't use them with suicides. You say, well, I mean, if you're talking about the Trinity, the like the Blade Trinity, I think that's what you're talking about, right? You've got one Bleed Immune in there. But any good Bleed Immune champs? Well, actually, I don't know if you're aware of this awesome website. This might be the best way to look at it. Let's take a look at it together. So I'm on Aunt May. I'll link it. Need to switch my AQ team, so I just need a small list of Bleed Immune. Okay, so I'm on Aunt May. Click on Champions, and I'm gonna click on more filters here. And for some reason in my browser, some of these icons don't show. But this one, if I'm hovering over it, it says Bleed Immune actually. Whereas this one's Poison Immune, Metallic, so on. But anyway, I can just click on Bleed Immune, and it will show a list of characters here. Now, there are certain characters that work well with bleeds that may not show. Is Claire on this list? Yeah, I don't think Claire is here, right? But there's certain characters that are like kind of immune. Like Ghost is not here either because she's technically not bleed immune, but she's basically bleed immune. So yeah, there's may not show absolutely every character, but yeah, this will show a lot. I mean, the robots, of course, man thing. Colossus is super strong. If you have a Colossus floating around your roster, he's actually super strong these days. And yeah, that's the best way to do it. Wow, an MCOC website, what a concept. It's a pretty good idea. Man, it's one of those, you look at it and you're like, why didn't I think of that myself, you know? Huh. Crazy. If only. Aunt May, does that make you Uncle Bry? No, I think Uncle is, well, it's Uncle Ben, right? But that ain't my website. It's, Uncle Duck Slug. What's the last small tag there? Canadian? Let me see. It is, yeah, I guess so. Is it? Do these guys actually? Hold on, let me look up one of the. Let me look up Wolverine in game. What is that? Does it not say it here though? Is it one of those hashtags that's not actually visible in game for some reason, but in the? I guess these guys are Canadian. Wolverine is Canadian. There's not that many Canadian characters. Wait, is it like a hidden thing? Because Deadpool is here. And is Deadpool actually Canadian? Or is Deadpool Canadian because Ryan Reynolds is Canadian? Is that just like a Easter egg type thing? I don't know. I don't know enough about Deadpool. Eddie. Eddie sent it over 5. Eddie. Saying, dude, as always, you're awesome. Dude, I was about to say the same thing to you. Thanks, and Monica says hi as well. Sup, Monica? And she wanted me to remind you that the wedding is soon, and you better be there. All right. Dude, we're going to have a good time, man. But, dude, Eddie, thank you for the support once again. Are you guys getting nervous at all? Stressed out, probably more than likely. Oh, man. Maybe we shouldn't even talk about it. Maybe just stress you guys out more. I remember Laura and I, we weren't nervous or anything, but we sure were stressed. It was a stressful time. They used it for an April Fool's Deadpool event last year. Okay. Yes, it's hidden. Okay. All right, all right. Frojo confirming Deadpool is Canadian. Okay, got it. Deadpool Marvel has listed his birthplace as unrevealed location in Canada. Got it. But dude, Eddie, yeah, thank you again, man. All right, let's get back to this grind. I got some more 5-star champions I really need to run. Oh my god, dude, I'm so far behind. Oh, I'm so far behind. Not nervous at all. But Monica is scared as hell. Oh, that's all right. It goes fast. Hopefully, hopefully you guys have a great day. Scarlet Witch needs high sig and awaken to be good. Sort of. She's got nullify, even unawakened. But no, yeah, most of her abilities come from being awakened. DG, buy Aunt May and rename it Uncle Ben. I'm pretty sure the person who made this website is probably not for sale, and even if it was for sale, I don't think I could afford it. So yeah. And if I did buy it, let's say it was for sale. Let's say I did buy it. It would just be downhill. You know, the best days would be, you know, like the person who makes this website is super smart, man. They're really good at what they do, and yeah. It probably shows when looking at the characters, like, it's very well done, you know? The amount of information that's here. I get some weird issues, like there's, like this box isn't supposed to be like this. Which I don't have a ton of experience with websites, but I have some experience, and I know that there's some, oh, what are they called now? In, oh my God, what are they called? I've had to put certain, like for different web browsers, I've had to put, like workarounds in the CSS code, but I can't remember what they were called exactly. So I'm just gonna give up now. But anyway, it's beautiful and all the stuff, and it works and beautiful. And there's this thing, nice little curve. It's lovely. Now I'm curious. What is the right terminology? Actually, whatever. I don't know. Maybe there's no actual term for it. Maybe it was just a fix or whatever, workaround. I don't know. But I know I've had to put that a lot for actually for all the browsers, depending on what you're doing. Note, I've lost almost 10 pounds this last month or so. I'm very pleased with self. Star, that's awesome. Congrats. I'm sorry, I need to gain those pounds. So now you're roasting Duck Slug, not having your own website. Hashtag BG is straight savage. What? Roasting? I was complimenting. This site's freaking awesome. Duck Slug's one of my favorite people in the community. I'm so happy that that I got to meet him during the Summoner Showdown and stuff. Star was there too. She can confirm. It was an awesome time. Yuki sending over 3 of them Polish bucks. Thank you very much, Yuki. Where's your last one at? Hang on. Last one is... Oh wait, the last one was the comment I just read. Okay. He said, I know JK, I love you. Well, thank you, man. Yeah, Duck Slug's the man. He also is a big fan of Cobra Kai, so, you know. How could you not love anyone who's a fan of Cobra Kai? Do security measures have to be fully programmed by the developer of a website, or does Internet Magic somehow take care of it? Well, I don't know. I'm not good enough to know that. So I was using a couple of frameworks that basically took care of it. You definitely have to. There's definitely some secure things that you have to do as the developer. But there are a lot of frameworks out there that kind of take care of that for you. So it wasn't something that I ever really had to worry about too much. Then again, you don't have to worry about much when your website's not live. So yeah, but I don't know enough to fully answer your question. That's for sure. BG, how do you avoid Magic's energy damage? There's a few ways around it. So she goes into limbo. That's what triggers the energy damage. She goes into limbo. She has a chance, at least, when she gains a bar of power. That's her awaken ability. So burning her power so that she doesn't even gain any bars of power is one way around it. Another way is using characters that don't take much energy damage at all. Like someone like Gladiator Hulk, it's a passive energy damage and he won't take much from it. Or Omega Red has an ability that kind of gets around it as well. Certain characters like that. There's ways to prevent ability accuracy as well. Blade is a really good example of this. Wait, hold on. What is Magic classified again as? Is she just a straight up dimensional being? I thought so. Yeah, so Blade reduces ability accuracy for dimensional beings. There's other characters that reduce ability accuracy as well. It just lowers the chance that she'll trigger Limbo. In some cases down to 0. Captain Planet style. There's a mastery that will help with that as well, with if the opponent's stun reduces it. There's a few ways around it. And yes, was a fun trip. Too many funny moments on a few occasions. It was a really good time. The Summoner Showdown stuff. It took a lot out of me, just because it was there's a lot of travel, and I'm really not a big fan of travel, and stressful because it was something new. Doing a live stream like that for Marvel, right? So pretty stressful, but so worth it. That just even the first trip, like I had a good time on the other trips too, but even just for the first trip, made it very worth it. Take back any and all BG website jokes in the last 2 years. It's okay. You don't have to take them back. Hey Brian, hope many units. Is that how many units? How many units should I keep? If I want to complete 5.3 and 5.4, just completion. I have 245 and 3 550s and a couple of 440s. I would rate myself as a medium level player. There's no way for me to accurately answer that, man. I'm sorry. You just need to take it one step at a time. Save up as save up a decent chunk of units. If you can get yourself to like 1,000 units as a baseline, great. And then just take it one quest at a time. And if you find yourself needing to use too many resources, just back out, build up your stash, get the free revives. The longer you can kind of space out your time between runs, the more free revives you can take advantage of from the 22-hour solo events, and some potions and revives from other sources that kind of naturally come into your account. This way you don't have to spend as many units. But yeah, it's really just about just taking it one quest at a time. Everybody's gonna be different. Some people are able to do it with 0 units, and others have to spend a bit more. Should I max out Willpower or Liquid Courage first, or wait to max both? I already maxed Double Edge for Omega. Go with Willpower. As a matter of fact, I would have recommended going with Willpower before even going with Double Edge, but that's okay. And as a matter of fact, since you're running Omega Red, here's what I'd recommend doing. Max out Willpower and put 1 point in Coagulate if you can spare, and then go back for Liquid Courage. Chunky may have started telling Thel about the plastic bag instance, so you may have to explain it, by the way. Oh, man. That was pretty funny. An awkward, funny moment. I'll tell you. I don't know if I've told this story in here. It's a quick story, though. So, you know, I carry stickers with me wherever I go. It's because stickers are awesome. I actually just ordered some new stickers, by the way. There was a promotion going on where there's now holographic stickers. And I got some made of my pineapple man. I made a higher res version, but still very like 8-bit looking style version of the pineapple emoji. Because I figured he'd look cool as a holographic pineapple sticker. Yeah, of course, why not, right? But yeah, so for the Summer Showdown and for Comic-Con and stuff like that, I always got some banana face stickers. That guy. And yeah, I had them in just like a plastic bag in my pocket because that's how I was keeping them organized in my suitcase. I also had some magnets in there as well, some custom magnets. And, you know, Chunky and I, we haven't really talked all that much. Prior to the Summoner Showdown, and we don't talk a lot still. But of course, you know, he's in for Loki, so you know, we talked a bit more after Summoner Showdown. But anyway, you know, I didn't know if he really wanted a sticker or magnet or anything like that. So I just kind of awkwardly started pulling out a plastic bag from my pocket saying, hey man, I don't know if you are interested in this. And he was thinking like, dude, why are you pulling out this plastic bag, trying to like keep your voice quiet and stuff like that? Like he's thinking I got some illegal substances in my pocket. And then I finally pull out the pack of stickers and magnets. And yeah, I think I caught him off guard. So yeah. That was the day that I tried to get Chunky B high on stickers. Speaking of Summer Showdown, do you think they will have another one? I hope so. This was like the first time they did something like this. And I think they were still trying to figure it all out. I mean, you know, they were very professional with it all, so. But I think they were trying to figure out, like, what's the best way to do this? What's like the player base gonna like the most? I'm sure it's expensive for them. They had to fly us all out there. That alone is expensive, not to mention all the people that they have to pay to work there, the production people, right? So, which, I mean, they do other live streams, so I guess those, you know, they have to pay those people to do the other live streams too. But anyway, you still have to factor in that cost. So I'm sure they probably have to figure out, like, okay, how expensive was this? Is it worth it? And stuff like that. But I hope they do more of that. I hope they do it for other games too. And yeah, I don't know if I would do it again. Like I said, it was a great experience, but it's kind of tough, man. You know, it takes when you don't have paid time off. taking, what was essentially like it was 20 hours of travel each time, just in flight and like to and from airport and hotel and stuff like that. It was minimum 20 hours. It was the first time I went out there, it took 16 hours just to get there because of delays and stuff. Not to mention the time spent doing all the live stream stuff, which was, I know, only looked like a 30-minute stream, but there's more that went into it than that, and it's kind of tough, to be honest, to do that when not getting paid for it. Do my prestige is 10,295.4. Not the greatest yet, but I've made great progress over the years. Eddie, nice, dude. How do I get a holographic sticker? You don't. I'm sorry, man. I got these just because I really like stickers, and I don't have as many of these. The holographic stickers, they're more expensive. And yeah. Yeah, there's just no way right now. Like, I don't think I would, like, I would say, if you see me at like Comic-Con or something like that, but even that, I don't think I can get these printed up. It was really just like a promotional thing. That made it not too expensive. The regular stickers, they're not expensive. I made hundreds of those things, man. I think I made over 1,000 of those things. Probably too many. But whatever. Meanwhile, I was watching this unfold, and seeing the cogs start to go genuinely cracked me up. Yeah. Nice, you just started the stream. Yeah, just started. Did you get paid for the Summer Showdown? No, it wasn't a paid thing, but they covered the cost of flight and travel and hotel. Some of the hosts also hosted other online media shows for Marvel as well, so maybe that might have reduced costs probably. Well, so I mean, yeah, some of like there's a bunch of guys that like they always work with Marvel. Josh, he's done tons of things with Marvel for live streams as well as live events. I have no clue how like the pay works there. Not something I'm gonna ask. I don't know if it's a per stream type of thing or if they just have like a contract with them or something. Oh my God, what's the other guy's name? Langston. He, same thing. He does a bunch of stuff with Marvel. And then, of course, Ryan, the other guy on the couch. He's like VP of something over there. He like had his own office when we were in there and stuff. And yeah, they probably didn't need to pay him extra to be part of that live stream. That's just part of his. I'm assuming that's part of like his regular duties. Agent M, yeah, that guy. Yeah, I don't know how it all works, but I hope they do it again. Have a good night, BG, and we'll catch you in tomorrow's stream. Eddie, sounds good, man. And yeah, it is time for me to get out of here. Langston, is it Belson or is it Belston? Is there a T? You know what? Hold on. I'm going to look it up now. He actually, I learned something from him. Hold on. Super quick lesson that I'll share with you guys that I thought was pretty cool, actually. So his full name, Belton, not Belson, Belton, that's what it is. Langston Belton. Whoops. Uh, so, you know, when we're like working out what we're gonna say during the streams and stuff like that, just kind of going back and forth a little bit before the live stream starts. And he's like, "Yeah, you know what do you want me to call you? Do you want me to just go by your name? You want me to say, and you know, like just." I was like, "Yeah, you know, you could say my name. A lot of people just call me BG, so you could say that." I don't really go by my channel name, so yeah, their name or BG or Banana Grant, like whatever you want, you know. And he was like, "All right," so and just like kind of making mental notes, like, "All right, here with Brian" type thing, and then he was like, "Here with Brian Grant," and I was like, I mean, it's no big deal. You don't need to say my last name. And then he said, it was like something that like his mother shared with him or something. He was saying like, you never know who's watching, and it could be really really cool for them to have like their full name. Like I didn't really care to have my full name. It didn't really matter. But you never know, and some people, for some people, like yeah, like it's just important, you know. Like thinking about that Marvel stream, I don't know if I'll ever do that again. So maybe it didn't really matter in that moment, but like my mom tuned in, so maybe it was really cool for her to hear that. Or looking back on it years later, if I'm ever bored one day, just thinking like, let's check out the Summoner Showdown. I did that. That was cool. To hear my full name, like, you know. So yeah, that was kind of like the lesson that he shared. Was like, you know, last names, it might not matter to everybody, but it's kind of important to say. When he said it, it sounded a lot cooler. But still, something that I remember. It was cool to hear your full name at Summoner Showdown. Yeah, the Summoner Showdown. Should have just said, "Call me Hollywood." Yeah, maybe I'll say that next time. All right, anyway. It's time to get out of here. It's time to call it. I'll be back tomorrow, normal time, and then the day after that, of course, daytime stream for itemless. So yeah, I will see you guys then. Good night, everybody. Oh, before I go, Dakota Shepherd. Shout out to Dakota Shepherd for being tonight's biggest D, and of course, thank you to everyone else that sent over a little something. It is always appreciated. Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.